From a galaxy far, far away comes Nerd Syrup Previews Origins Game Fair with solar flares. Look at that technology. That's right. We are on our third video. Hopefully, you've already watched the first two because they're incredible. Where we talked about the top 10 releases coming out at Origins. And then we also talked about the top 10 demos, both Stephanie and I. So you actually got 20 options out of both of those films. And we're going to now
40.
finally solve the Trinity. Yeah, 40 total. Now we're going to, complete the Trinity because every good movie needs three. And we're going to talk about the top 10 Origins tips. That's right. Some of these will be very specific to this year. Some of them you could maybe use these for other conventions. Use them with caution. We can only promise that they will work for Origins. But we're going to go through and explain our top 10 tips to do Origins right.
Right. Okay, so these are the top 10 Origins certified tips for only 2016. They might not
Only,
even
yeah. There's an
2017.
expiry.
Cannot guarantee any other
Yes.
games fair.
No.
Yeah.
Or year of Origins.
Yeah.
True.
So there you go.
I mean,
All right,
Origins
who's
might
starting?
blow up.
I'll start.
Yes.
Since or no, wait. I started last time. But do you want
Yeah.
me to start or do you want to start? I'll start.
You start.
Okay. 10, number 10 for me is check out the Board Game Geek TV live stream. So
This is
if
new,
you are,
folks.
yeah, if you are not at Origins, you definitely want to check this out because this is how you stay plugged into Origins. And also, fun fact, I'll be in the booth. So I'll be helping out with
Whoa.
that this year. So that is definitely a 2016 specific, brand new thing.
I'm
We
gonna
have
try to
all.
sneak on.
Yeah, we have all kinds
Try
of
to sneak
publishers
me on.
lined up. Yeah, you can get on. Totally.
At least
We'll
feel
sign you
like
up.
the in-between time when you're not, like, everyone thinks you're not filming, but it's still filming.
We're filming, as far as I know, we're filming live the entire time.
Yeah, it's
All
always all
4
the
days.
time, but it's
It's always
fun.
24/7.
It's
Yeah.
fun to watch when people forget, like they think they're setting up the game and they're talking, and you're like, "That's all on it. I was watching you."
Yeah, so that is, you definitely want to check that out. If you're at Origins, I say still check that out because there are announcements and stuff that are made usually right there live that you don't even necessarily know about while you're at Origins. So you can get information that way. Maybe you just check out whenever you have some free time during the day, like, oh, what's going on at the Board Game Geek Live booth.
Yeah. And if you're
Plus-
a fanboy or a fangirl of Stephanie, you can make signs and you can hold them up and be like,
We love straw.
yeah,
So-
like like when you see the Today Show and there's people out like
out front, yeah.
That's what people should do. So if you're watching, make some Stephanie signs.
Nice.
That would be the literal best thing of my life.
Daryl, is your number 10 seriously that?
Yeah. Oh, it is. This is an important lesson in life,
I don't know if it's
and that is when you go to cons, you stay up late.
Don't go to bed at 9.
Come
Don't
on,
do it.
come on. Like my
You're-
shirt says, "Hi kids, time for camp." You gotta stay up late. You gotta stay up late. You gotta have some
You-
fun.
At least until midnight.
Oh,
Okay, that'll
before-
agree with. That'll agree with.
Before midnight is unacceptable.
Well, that's
and
like loser
still,
count.
I'm gonna judge you, but it's just like if you stay up later, I'm gonna respect you more.
I do have to get up early
True,
to
true.
hop in and be live on TV in the
But at
booth,
least
so-
midnight.
yeah, at least midnight for sure.
At least.
Stay
Okay,
up late.
so
So
midnight
find a lobby.
the point of like
Play some
dishonor and
games.
honor.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay, Daryl, that's a better tip there. So late at night, where can people play games?
Yeah. So I mean, you can play at the facility till X amount of time and they kick you. But the real trick is the lobbies. So find either restaurants or lobbies nearby the hotels. There's some hotels even built in. So you want to find
Watch
the
our
hobbies
Twitter.
where the action is.
Look at our
and-
Twitter accounts. I'll
Yeah,
be
watch the
at,
Twitters.
at insert straw
You'll
here.
see
I'll
where people-
try and say where I am. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're curious where the party's at, tweet us. We'll be at some of the action, and there's even more going on. So
Mhm.
not as cool, but
I mean, last year we would tweet out wherever we were, and people would show up and have lunch with us or play games with us. So it's very cool.
it was awesome.
All
Yeah.
right, Steph, what is your number 9?
Definitely check out other games that are hard to get, like Orleans Deluxe. Other types of games that maybe aren't Origins releases, but are just kind of hard to get type games.
I saw that
Um,
just sell for $125.
I still haven't stickered mine.
I want it. I want it
Yeah.
so
But
badly.
I heard it's like 75, $80 at the TMG booth.
I will sticker. They had some at Geekway, but apparently
Yes.
we missed out on that.
Oh goodness.
Well,
We did.
Steph, maybe there's a copy in for you from me somewhere.
Whoa. What?
Whoa.
How do I get in on this?
I haven't had time to do anything with. I have, I should show you
How
guys.
how about your maple syrup brother right here?
I should show you my wall of shame someday. We should actually do something about the wall of shame.
We should
I
do
can
a thing.
take stuff off your wall of shame if you need.
I have so many games that are not even
Send-
out of shrink yet.
Listen to me. I'll make you famous.
Well,
Just
like
stick with me, kid.
seriously, wow. Bribery is already
I will
happening.
turn your wall of shame into a wall of fame.
Oh,
Whoa.
all
Whoa.
right.
We're
And
getting
on
off
that
topic
note,
here.
speaking
I
of
can't
Wall
top
of
that.
Fame, what do we got happening on the silver screen, Daryl?
Yeah, there is a film festival as part of Origins. In general, there's lots of different programming, so we really want to encourage check out different stuff. We're talking board games because that's our thing, but there's a variety of other things going on, and one fun thing that is happening is the film festival. And we happen to know Doug Morse, the director of The Next Great American Board Game, will be there showing his film, and the subject matter, the lead of it, Randall Hoyt, not to be confused with Randy Hoyt of Foxtrot Games, but Randall Hoyt, the subject of the film, will be there so you can interact and ask him if he really is that thick-headed, because he seems to be really attached to his game and won't budge. So you can ask, is it for real or was he putting it on? So check that out. Next Great American Board Game, directed
Cool.
by Douglas Morse.
Mm-hmm. And Steph, what do you have on your number 7 things to
Number
do?
8.
Eight.
Number
Oh,
eight.
8. I always get the numbers mixed up. 8.
Number 8 for me is meet your favorite designers and publishers. So check out where they're going to be located, where the booths are, and make sure that, for example, if you want to talk to Ignacy, is he going to be there? He's going to be there, right?
I think so.
No.
Oh, you know what?
But Chevy Dodd will be there.
Yeah. Chevy will be there. So, but definitely meet some of your favorite designers and publishers, and just go up and say hello. Maybe get something signed from them. Don't take up too much of their time, but definitely introduce yourself. I'm sure that they all really enjoy that and love getting to know their fans. So definitely don't be shy about that, and definitely go and do that. But definitely caveat to that: do not take up too much of their time, because they are working too, and there are other people that want to say hello to them. But
Or even if you don't know them as a designer, but like you've heard they're a designer and they wear hats and shorts and like they're really nice and they have a beard, you should say hi to them too.
His name is Daryl.
Daryl,
In case you didn't
nice to
know.
meet you.
Daryl.
Hopefully we'll meet.
All right, Daryl. What is your number
8.
8?
Yeah, I recommend trying out all the Spiel des Jahres nominated games. So like if you haven't tried them yet, now you know the nominees. Track them down. Find some people. Say, hey, I hear this game's pretty good. Let's try it. Like I'm looking forward to playing Imhotep, designed by Phil Walker Harding, that Stephanie gave a shout out for already in the other film. You gotta check it out, and you can hear more about the game. But that's an example of a game that I'm hoping I'll get to play. So if you have that game, track me down. We'll play games.
Awesome. Steph. Oh, this is one of my favorite subjects. Tell us all about this one. Steph, you need to turn on your microphone.
Oh, she got muted. That's hilarious because
Oh, oops, I muted myself. Yes, my number
Awesome.
7 is Eat Local. Columbus, Ohio is amazing for their local fare. We already kind of teased about their barbecue, but they have so much more than that in the market and just the restaurants in the surrounding area. So definitely eat local. Also, a little tip, something that I've learned at conventions, whenever you're eating lunch and stuff like that, if you want to maximize your gameplay time, don't go to a restaurant unless you want to bring some games with you and play those there, but go and grab something and then bring it back and then play. That's just if you want to maximize your game time. If you want to get away and relax and have fun, then definitely do that. For dinner, I would say kind of try and alternate between that. Maybe grab something and then go play games, or spend that time just hanging out with some of your favorite people, maybe some designers that you met, publishers, stuff like that, or new friends that you've made. But yeah, so definitely if you want to maximize game time, make it quick for things like lunch, and then leave the longer relaxing meal times for dinner. But eat local, faux show.
Oh,
Let's
show.
go.
Some really great eats there. Daryl, number 6. That's pretty specific.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
number 7. This is better. Number 7. I'm off my numbers. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Number 7.
What is going on with this MC? Get him up late and he's all over the place.
I
But
know.
this is what you got to do. You got to track down. And Steph already mentioned those hard to get games or those games you heard about. But there are even games that are completely sold out. That means distribution levels, they're all sold out. I know of, for example, 2 games specifically that will be at Origins but are completely sold out. That's Cat Tower with IDW, which is completely sold out, but you can get them at the IDW booth, and Best Treehouse Ever. There's only a handful of copies left with Green Couch Games. You can find them at Brain Foam. But again, 2 wonderful games, super fun, that are not going to be easy to find, completely sold out on a distribution level, but you can find them at conventions sometimes because publishers want to make sure they have a handful left when they go to these conventions. So check
I
them
already
out.
have both of those games, so I won't have to do that.
Woo!
Yeah, there's actually a couple really good stores that come to a lot of the conventions where you can get the out of print stuff and all that kind of stuff. So you don't always have to get the new hotness. A lot of the old games that you heard about but can no longer get, you can try to find them there. It's a good thing.
Hmm.
All right, Steph, we're up to your number 6.
Cosplay and check out cosplayers. Origins is not like huge for cosplay like other conventions like A-Kon and ASIN and Dragon Con and stuff like that. San Diego Comic Con, but definitely some cosplay happens and you can join in on that fun. So I love to watch all the people cosplay. It would be great if we could just get a thing going where people cosplay a lot of board game characters. I know some people do that, but we need more. We need you to do more.
Right. And just remember for everybody out there, cosplay is not consent. So please ask people who are cosplaying if you can take their picture, if you can, give them a hug or a handshake or anything like that. It's not kosher to go up and touch people without getting permission. All right.
I mean, I know that I would get really excited if I saw someone like the Pink Ranger there, but I would ask her for her permission if I could give her a hug.
There you go. All right, Daryl, number 6.
Yeah, my number 6 is a little maple syrup related, but it is pitching games to publishers. Now, a few tips along that. One, try to contact publishers ahead of time. So you're running out of time, but try to schedule something in advance. Your best way is just to look at the list of sponsors or exhibitors and find out which ones are going to be there, contact them directly, and try to schedule a time where you can show them their games. Or you can sign up for events like the speed dating, where you can pitch your games to publishers. And last, you can try, because the nice thing with Origins is it's not crazy hectic, is you can swing by a booth, be polite, wait until sales are done, and if there's any windows of opportunity, then use those times to ask to schedule a time at night to show publishers. So the nice thing with Origins is an actual show where you can actually find a time later on because the publishers aren't too exhausted that you can show them games later. So it's a great opportunity to pitch a game if you've been working on something and you think it's at the level that it's ready for a publisher. Use a convention like Origins as a way to get face-to-face with publishers.
Yeah, I'm going to add on to that, just like Stephanie said about when you meet a designer, try not to waste their time. Publishers, it's even more, their time is really specifically to sell when they're at these conventions, specifically these ones. So do your research first, find out what type of game they're going to publish, and if that fits with the game you're doing, then yeah, go ahead and make that connection. But if it's a war game company and you're doing a light card game about unicorns, perhaps not. Now I'm gonna go make a game about unicorns.
I'll publish it.
There you go.
Unicorn.
Pitch it
Don't
to
you
me.
tease like that. Don't you tease like that. You throw that out too lightly.
Red pants. All right. Steph, you're up to number 5.
Number 5. You can absolutely play published board games. You'll be demoing a lot of those. But don't forget about the play testing for the prototypes. Then you can be cool like Daryl and Sen whenever we do these shows and then talk about, I got to play test that game at Origins 2 years ago. And you might even be mentioned in the credits or integral in helping to develop the game. So yeah, definitely playtest games too, if that's something that you're interested in. Highly recommend that because that can be a really cool experience to get in on a game from the ground and watch it go up. One in particular, if you see Isaac Shalev at Kind Fortress on Twitter, he has a game called Saikatsu, which I think he'll be bringing, which is a abstract strategy game. It looks really cool. I got to play it at Unpub, and so if you see Isaac Shalev, look him up. His picture is on his Twitter at Kind Fortress somewhere, and bug him for a play of Saikatsu, which the game name may change and theme, but the mechanisms are solid. So
I think you can find him mostly at the Eagle Griffin booth.
yes, he will be at the Eagle Griffin booth this year.
Yeah.
Good
Daryl,
to
what's
know, good to
yours?
know. Well, I'm gonna echo Stephanie. We didn't exclude or check each other's lists, but my 5 is playtesting prototypes.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa, mind
Whoa,
melt.
mind melt.
And I would highly recommend Isaac as someone to do that with. So chase Isaac down and just say like, Daryl and Stephanie said you wanted to play a game with me, and take him away from Eagle Griffin,
Yeah.
and play and be like, show me stuff. Like, come on, let's play some games.
His design partner Matt Loomis will also be there too. So
Yeah. Now Matt, you might want to leave because he might beat you up.
Matt.
But Isaac will be polite while he tries to tell you to stop harassing him.
Yes. Steph, what's number 4 from you?
Number 4, if playtesting prototypes is your jam and you just want to sit down and play some published games, you can check out games from the game library at Origins. They have an extensive game library. There is a time limit on it, and you'll have to turn in those games. I don't think that they let you keep any games overnight for this one.
No, I don't think so.
They do at cons like BGG and stuff like that, but for this one, it is just while they're there. You can check out the games, but you'll have to return them whenever they close, which that time varies, so I don't want to get in trouble and say a time and that not really be the time. But
No, quote Stephanie and say, she said. I could keep playing.
Let me have this game.
Yeah.
So you can totally play a published game too. They have a lot to choose from. They're usually in like the back area of the open gaming, so check that out.
Excellent. Daryl, what's your number 4 tip?
Yeah, my number 4 is similar to playtesting, but you could also make games while you're there. So you're seeing all these cool people, you're being inspired with ideas, and just sit down, start making something. Start making a prototype. You have no idea what might happen. You might even be able to, like I said, schedule things with publishers, schedule stuff with co-designers you've always wanted to work with. I'm really excited. One person that I have a meeting with is Chris Leader to work on some dice games. Shocker, because we like those. So yeah, so that's an example of like schedule some time with people, make some games, or just you're on the fly, you're inspired, grab some bits, start pushing stuff around, start writing out some rules.
Cool. And Steph, you're up to your number 3 tip.
Make sure that your badge is visible. Visible badge. Yes.
I think that says Overwatch.
That says Overwatch.
That was my badge example, but yeah.
Oh.
Tracer. It says Tracer.
Like this. Keep your
Yes.
badge. Like,
Perfect. Yeah. Make sure your badge is visible. For one, it helps me out because there's a lot of people that I've gotten to know on the internet, but then I do not know them in person. So not just specifically when coming up to me, but it's just helpful in general because I think that a lot of us can be awkward, and this is an extreme social situation. So let's just eliminate that anxiety as much as possible and have our names visible so that someone can go, hey, or they might recognize you. They might go, oh, I know you from the Twitter. So you definitely want to have your name showing. Plus, it's just really kind to the people that are watching the doors of the exhibitor hall and stuff like that, so that they know that you are legitimate. They don't have to ask you to show them your badge. If you just already have that visible, then they won't even bother you, and you can just walk on in. So that is my tip for all conventions.
That's a good tip. Unless you're trying to like get to know that security guard, like that's your secret ploy. Like, no.
That might be the. I'm not sanctioning that one. I'm sanctioning that one.
The worst pickup method ever.
Hey, I'm married.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't need to know these things. All right, Daryl. Oh, I was actually going to ask Steph what she recommended way back in number like 4, or what was it? In number 7 for her. But you're going to answer that question now, and for your number 3,
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't.
there you
Yeah,
go.
because I mean, I obviously love food, so
He
I
does.
am also going
That's
to
gross.
recommend yummy local food. So a few tips, some places to check out. There's beautiful melt sandwiches to be had. Check them out.
It's
They're on
kind of
Twitter.
far, but worth it.
It's a little trek, but you know what? Sometimes you need a little exercise, stretch the legs,
Well, a
get
lot
some
of times
fresh
you need a
air.
lot of exercise.
Or you
It's a
can
lot of
get
exercise, man. Or
a cab.
Uber or
Yeah.
cab or mooch a ride with someone else. I'll have a car there, so we
Yeah,
can
everyone
go
ride with Daryl. Yeah,
get a
There you
ride
go.
with me.
perfect.
Follow him on Twitter,
Um,
and then follow him
all
into his
over,
car.
yeah.
And then follow him in real life.
We'll be
And get
besties.
in his car.
There's an awesome ice cream place you gotta check out. I forget the name. Maybe
forgot
we'll
the name
Number,
too.
it's
get
like
on.
number 2
It's-
in the country or something
Number
like that.
2
It's in the
country.
market. It's in the market area
No, no,
too.
no.
No. You don't know what you're talking about,
No,
Straw.
no,
No.
No. And
No,
then
no.
trust us.
There's
If you
another.
Google
There's
search,
another
Okay, look,
awesome.
Straw.
Number-
Canadians, no ice cream.
we know
Yeah,
ice cream.
you
We
don't
know
know.
North-
No,
we
you
know
know.
cold.
You
We
know.
Cold.
You know, Moose and Maple. Get out of here. The ice cream place in the market. I think it's like
It's
kind of next to
good.
the barbecue place.
good.
It's
It's
really
okay.
good.
It's okay,
It's
but
like, it's cute, but another secret spot I'm gonna recommend. So there's the food market that you already heard from Stephanie, which is nearby and it's very handy, especially for lunchtime. But there is a place just a few spots down, little small spot. I can't remember the name of it, but it had fantastic fried chicken and waffles and a variety of nice kind of comfort food menu. I went there last year with Leah from Haba Games. You'll probably see Leah there
Oh, yeah,
all
with
the
Steph.
time because she
Sure.
loves that place. They treat her well. The bartenders, I think, add a little extra alcohol in those drinks. But it is a fantastic spot for dinner.
Tiffany and
They
you
have-
and I went. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, and they do a rotating special menu, so it's delightful. So I highly recommend, and it's very close by. So that's a few examples, but you know, TripAdvisor, there's a sausage place in town that's supposed to be really famous that I was told to go to this year.
I like
That
sausage.
does like a whole bunch of different type of like German, Polish sausages, and I think it's even all you can eat. There's a Chinese food restaurant. If you want to know the best Chinese food restaurant, talk to the R&R guys. Go find Frank or Dan. They love this place. I went with them. It was fantastic.
It's okay. It's all right.
And so they have the connection.
Speaking as a person of that culture, it was okay.
It was okay. You know what? Even okay. It was. How do you go wrong with okay Chinese?
No.
So,
And, yeah, it's good. I mean,
talk
I
to
think,
R&R booth, and they'll tell you where to go. Well, actually, they might not tell you because they don't want you to make the place busy because they like it as their secret spot. But you could follow them.
yeah,
Like maybe
totally
come in my
stalk them.
car, and we'll follow them.
Was it Jenny's ice cream? Was that what it's called? Jenny's?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's in the market.
Well, maybe that's like a cute little version.
Oh,
of
maybe
it.
that's a small. Maybe that's like a
But
subsidiary.
we're saying go to the real source. Like get
Okay.
the ice cream fresh.
I think it's in the market. I could be lying. I don't know. Let's move on.
All right. So,
Let's do
Miss Straw, what are you at? You are at your number 2.
Number
Send-
2, arguably one of the most important. That's why it's at my number 2. This is your survival kit for conventions. A water bottle, hydrate.
Yep.
Ibuprofen, drugs, headache. body aches, pains, cough drops. Bring snacks. Cough drops are not necessarily for if you get the cold, but it will help with your throat. Snacks, bring snacks. You're going to get hungry. Backup battery for your laptop, cell phone, all that types of stuff. And the extensive survival kit includes like good pair of walking shoes, humidifier for your room. So that's like the deluxe version of the survival kit. People will love you if you have extra cough drops when you bring those around.
Yeah.
If you're walking around, I like to do this. This is just a personal thing. I like to bring like some deodorant, just a little, just to do a little touch up, you know.
Yeah, I bring Purell. I have a Purell thing attached to the back of my
on the
kit.
backpack, on the
Yep.
little squeeze one.
Gone. Maybe it's-
Purell's good.
Yeah,
Good
Purell's
little
good.
survival kit.
Yeah, man.
What you got, Daryl?
Well, okay, so we've talked a lot about games and experience, but one thing that I really enjoy is being able to kind of like pimp out my games so they look awesome. So there are some great accessories to be had also. Now, I want to give a shout out. We always talk about games, expansions, all these things, but there's going to be some really cool stuff there as well, like really cool dice, different types of like sleeves, the cool elastic band things that like go in like 4 directions so they hold your box. I always go to Broken Token and get some of those. But the highlight of accessories, I'm calling it now, if you go to Artana, they recently did the Best Damn Coins 2 Kickstarter, and I heard they're going to have a large supply of those. I believe even like 5 different sizes and 20 different sets
Wow.
worth of coins, cool coins that you can make your games blinged out. So check those out. And if you'd like to buy me some, I won't stop you.
I will also not. Well, actually, I will stop you from buying Daryl some, so that you will then buy me some instead.
I will send you my mailing address so that you can buy me some and just mail them to me because I won't be there this year.
Yeah,
I'll get
that was
them at
actually
December.
how I met Nils whenever he was working at the Artana booth, and I was
That
helping
was
out
my
at
source.
Greater Than Games, and we were right next door, and I was looking at those coins. He taunted me with them all day long. So
Yeah, Nils will do that. I met Nils at my house. Nils
Back
used to
to
live in
that.
London.
everything happens. Everything starts. The origin of everything is Sen's house.
Oh,
It
nice
kinda
time.
is.
Origin. Origin's either in Columbus or at Sen's house.
Oh, at Census. Okay, well, I will be having Norigins here probably, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I mean, that's another tip. If you aren't going to Origins, we do a lot of stuff on Twitter and whatnot for people who aren't going to the major conventions, so Gen Cant and Norigins and whatnot. Just follow, most likely Suze, who organizes a lot of these things, or is at least a big part of it.
At
So-
425 Suzanne on Twitter.
Yeah. So let's move on. The last number 1 tip for Origins from Stephanie Straw is...
This is the thing that will make your Origins the best Origins ever. This is the one thing that I think that you need, and if you don't do this, put it into your Origins schedule, your Origins is #wrecked. #wrecked, for sure.
You want to be right.
Yes, yeah. So if you want to do Origins right, the number one thing you got to do is you have to find me and say hello to me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I will be at the BGG booth, as I said earlier, so you can mostly find me there, and I will be tweeting about my whereabouts, so please come say hello to me, and that would make me really happy. Even if you're like, I'm just saying hello because you said to do so in your video, I'll be like, that's amazing, that's awesome.
Now,
Even if you're like,
pants.
even if you're like, Stephanie, I just want to say hello, and I hate you and think you suck and are lame. Like, it would still make me really happy that you took
I
time
hope
out of
someone
your
has a checklist and they're like writing all these tips down, and then they're like, "Hello."
say mean things to Stephanie. Yeah, no. I
Will
would
you be
prefer if you
wearing
said
red
nice
pants,
things.
Steph?
I might be wearing red pants. I might be. I usually do. Origins is a little hot, though. It's a little
Yeah.
hot. Can get a little hot. If I do, it will be on Saturday.
Talking about hot, let's go to my number one.
Oh yeah,
tip.
let's please.
This is an important tip. It's coming to you from a big dude. clean dudes know what's up. So people don't like the smelly. So we already heard tips like in your survival thing, maybe even have deodorant to freshen up. But the key is maybe have a shower. Who knows?
Maybe.
Like
And
maybe
this
wake
is-
up and have a shower. Maybe
this
go
isn't even necessarily a cleanliness or like, being clean thing. This is like a health thing because you're
This
going to
is
be
a
around
health thing
so many
anyway.
people
There's
and
so
you're
many
just all
people.
packed in and it's going to be kind of hot. So
You're gonna be surprised how warm it gets, even just sitting around playing games. Maybe put in your schedule like a little pop back into the room,
Yeah.
like a quick shower during the day, freshen up, or like dinner time, a little freshen up opportunity. So use those. Everybody does this. Everybody wins. This is
That's
like the
right.
win condition.
This is a
Or
co-op game.
Origins.
This part of Origins is a co-op game.
the
Yeah.
convention. It's
Yeah.
good. This is good, like life, advice.
No,
too.
no, this only applies to
Right.
Origin. We said that already.
Okay. Only Origins.
Well, no, it's all
Yeah.
online.
Any other convention? No showers.
If it's a convention I'm not at, do not shower.
Okay. I think that pretty much does it. Sen, do you have anything that you want to add?
No, I added it in between.
Yeah, he was in there.
You guys had awesome tips, and I just added my 2 cents.
Sen basically is like, yeah, ditto.
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 Nailed
All your
it.
things. Awesome. So once again, I will be at Origins. Please come say hello. At
It's all
Insert
good
Straw
stuff.
here, me on Twitter. Daryl will be there at Daryl Andrews. That's your Twitter,
Daryl
right?
Mandrews. Daryl
Daryl
Mandrews.
Mandrews. That's right. At Daryl Mandrews.
Andrews.
Yes.
And I will
and
not be there.
And Sen won't be there, but you
Likely
can
not.
still follow him at Senfoon Lim, SenFoonglim. And maybe he'll be tweeting about where all the important places are, even though he's
Yeah.
not there,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he'll wish he was there.
Tweet and like tell you tips and
Yeah. Oh,
you can ask him questions.
Yeah, definitely something we typically do for the convention non-goers is we run contests online. So I usually give out some prizes. So if you follow
Good tip.
That's
That's a good tip.
you can probably get a prize at some point, or at least try to get a prize.
Yep.
That is a good tip. If you enjoyed this, check out Meeple Syrup. Daryl and Sen are hosts of that show live on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Central, right?
Starting up
Well,
again in September.
Pause for the summer, but starting up in the fall.
Right. Starting back up in September, but go check out back issues of that on YouTube
Mhm.
at Meeple Syrup on the YouTubes. I'm on Onboard Games. You can check that out at inversegenius.com. We release episodes every Monday. I have one coming out from where we interview Rodney Smith, so that's really cool.
So,
That's
Canadian
coming
ever.
out. Yes.
Good- a good
Nicest
tip.
guy in board gaming. No offense. You understand. That's coming out tomorrow. And I'm also part of Meeples Included. It's a website and community with a mindfulness of diversity and inclusivity, but the main focus is on tabletop board gaming. So check out Meeples Included too. We do live shows every other Friday, and it's me, Suze, MaggieBot, and Nicole hanging out.
For the best people in the world.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, the other nicest people in board gaming.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
it's
some
actually a
of us are
fight
Canadian.
of who's the nicest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'll pretty much do it for our show. Do you want to close us out, Sen? Or Daryl?
Daryl, go ahead.
Good night.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
All
it.
right.
Awesome.
That's it.
Good night.
That's
We'll
it.
see you guys at Origins or Norigins, and we look forward to Gen Con as well.
Mic drop.